Well, here we go again, and that funny squeak and squawk you heard in the middle was I started pushing buttons without adult supervision, and well, you know what happens. So, first tune, Honeysuckle Rose. Honeysuckle. Now, I always thought this tune was a lot older than it is. It came from a 1980 movie. I thought it was like, you know, one of the ones out of the 40s and 30s from that era, but I guess it isn't, or wasn't. So, Honeysuckle Rose, 1980 movie about I guess a country singer and trying to make it, you know, that whole thing. So, that was the movie. And the movie, the same name as the song, Honeysuckle Rose, makes it easier to remember. Well, all right. Well, there's no special theme today. Just doing a bunch of tunes, different genres. This next tune started life out as a waltz, but you know, Coach Dave doesn't play in those silly waltzes. I mean, they're very nice, but they're just, you know, just too dainty. So, came from a movie, 1965. The movie was Dr. Zhivago. And this song has got about 14 names. It's called Lara's Theme, or The Love Theme from Dr. Zhivago, or Somewhere My Love. So take your pick, but again, written as a waltz, but we're going to do it in 4/4 time. See what happens. So here we go. Somewhere, My Love, or Lara's Theme, or Dr. Zhivago, take your pick. Well, I just noticed, see, in this foolish instrument, there's like 40 different choices, not for sounds, but for different, what they call sets. Well, I have a special set that I use, and it just wasn't on that set. That's why something, to me, was sounding strange. But I think I have corrected the problem. And we'll get on to our next tune. Our next tune, a group called the Platters in the early 1960s had a huge hit on this tune. But guess what? They were not the first people to record this tune. This tune was recorded in 1944 by a group called the Three Sons. Two brothers and a cousin, guitar, accordion, and organ. And the accordion player was Morty Nevins, was his name. And I, a few years ago, playing down in Alabama, ran into a lady who played this song as her theme song for 20 years in a hotel in Detroit. And she actually, I guess, dated Morty Nevins at one time. So, and the song was written by a fellow named Buck Ram, and I guess he wrote it just as a poem. And the fellows in the Three Sons put it together, put music to it, and we ended up with Twilight Time. So here we go. Twilight Time. Twilight. Now, the original recording, you may on occasion hear it in some oldie station or something. Because those were in the days when they didn't have, electronic accordions like this, or even the pickups hadn't been invented at that time to put into just a regular accordion. So it's a very tinny accordion sound, and but it had no choice. That's what the instrument was at that time. And of course, this thing doesn't have a great guitar sound. So I didn't give the guitar player his due, but in the record, they all get a chance to play. So Twilight Time, one of the all-time great tunes. All right, well, we're going to 1947 for this tune, and we're going down to Miami Beach. Not a bad place to be in the winter. A fellow named Irving Fields was a piano player, jazz piano player, had a trio, and he played for literally decades in a hotel in Miami Beach. He was actually from Brooklyn, I believe, and he wrote several tunes. And the one that I always like, and I don't really know what some of his other tunes were, but because he played in Miami Beach, it's called the Miami Beach Rumba. Now, he's my hero, because at age 95, he was still doing gigs. All right, 95. And he lived, I believe, to be about 105. So, hear that, Austin? You got me for a while. All right, little Miami Beach Rumba. Miami Beach Rumba, Irving Fields. Right. Well, this next tune was written in 1965, and it's a country tune. Country tune. We're going to try to cover different gamuts here today, different genres. And several, Porter Wagner, a couple people like that, did this tune. It was okay. The fellow named Tom Jones, remember Tom Jones from the 60s? Wow. He was the tops. So 1966, Tom Jones had literally a worldwide hit in this song. Now, the modern, so they say, country tunes, I don't consider country real. I like the traditional country tunes, and this sort of is almost like a crossover between the traditional country tune and almost into the modern country tunes. But it's a nice tune, and they did a good job on it. And of course, with all country tunes, they always tell a sad story. You know, my dog died, truck broke down, or my wife left me with my half brother. You know, whatever. And this is the same sad song, Green, Green Grass of Home, about a fellow going home, but for all the wrong reasons, because he's going home to get his neck stretched. So, Green, Green Grass of Home. Green, green grass of home, yes, they'll all come to see me. Arms reaching, smiling sweetly as they lay me beneath. Green, green grass of home. Well, we got a couple of extra minutes here. I thought we might have. This tune, I don't know a lot about it, to be honest with you. And if I can think of the title, then I'll play it. What was I going to play? Oh yes, it's called I May Be Wrong. I May Be Wrong. I think it's from, you know, from the 40s, big band, that type of tune. So let's see what we end up with. may be wrong, but I think you're wonderful. Remember that line, fellas. You know, you never know, never know. Well, we are getting down now to the end of our time. And this last tune, 1940, I believe, and I guess a lot of people have recorded this tune, but of course, I only was familiar with it because some fellow, what was his name? Art Fair Dave, you may have heard of me mention him once or twice. It's on a couple of his albums, and he generally played this a lot of his live shows. So a little tune called You Stepped Out of a Dream. Stepped yeah. My mouth's not working. You stepped out of a dream, yes. Now, I did a Van Damme tribute show early in the season. I don't think I played that tune because there are so many tunes that he did play. Well, we are, as I said, just about out of time. Thank y'all, as usual, for watching, listening, tuning in, YouTube, however it is you get our little extravaganza here. And you know what I'm going to say, bring these young'uns in to hear tunes like You Stepped Out of a Dream or Miami Beach Rumba, because they are not hearing those tunes today, that's for sure. And as usual, big thank you to the big guy behind the glass, Austin Ricketts. As I say every week, if I sound good, it's up to him. If I don't sound good, there's something wrong with the instrument, obviously. So let's step out of a dream one more time.